What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Joy Taylor. She's crashing out. You know, there are people who think that, this is your typical podcast press run. She's doing this because I think I said this recently about Joy Taylor. You know, she's on her way out of Fox Sports and she knows this. And I think she wants to leave. I think she actually wants to leave the sports space because she realizes that she, one, has no talent, and two, it's a little bit too judgmental for her. I mean, of course, if you are working in television, there are certain standards, and men have to be held to a certain standard, and women should be as well. But when you listen to Joy Taylor in this interview, it's a 5-minute clip. We're going to get to parts of it that has been posted everywhere. It's going viral. She comes across as very bitter and upset that there are actually men out there that that are calling out women for their BS, and it bothers her. It bothers her that the audacity of men who are in their basements or men who want to date Instagram. Let me just say this too, because she said this in the video. She said that all these different men out here want to date Instagram models. They want to date women off social media. I mean, but couldn't you do the reverse and say that a lot of women of today want to date professional athletes? They want to date rappers. They want to date NBA players, NFL players. You can point that in the opposite direction as well. A lot of women are delusional when it comes to dating. They don't date men outside of their house like she brought up. A lot of women of today want to be celebrities, or they want to date celebrities. I don't think most men want to be celebrities. Now, there are a delusional group of men out here who think that they could date an Instagram model? I don't consider OnlyFans models be a particular hierarchy of anything. I think they're just a bunch of heifers who are extra average and are making money by using their bodies. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm not putting them as a dateable tier, okay? But in regards to a lot of women of today, I think that Joy Taylor is just bitter and angry because she's been getting called out for years, and maybe she's mad because she's had to hold her tongue at times and she doesn't want to. This is why Taylor Rooks has distanced herself from her. You know, Taylor Rooks and her had a podcast. Y'all know that? Taylor Rooks left her in the dust, I believe, last year. She wanted nothing to do with her, or earlier this year, right when the whole Fox Sports scandal happened. And her boyfriend got fired, and she knows she's on her way out, right? So she's mad at lonely men. Get this, people. She's mad at lonely men, not at the fact that we do have a problem in our society. We do have women who are being put on a pedestal. We have women who are being used to create some gender war that they'll never win. They'll never win that. History tells me that if a man is destructive enough, he will go to depths that we have not seen, right? And you're seeing it with men, getting passports, going to different countries. The typical westernized heifer babble is that there are men who can't get no sex, so they're mad and they're typing on the computer. I mean, we have everybody. There's a lot of trolls out here. You got male trolls, female trolls. Everybody's trolling each other. But the thing is, Joy Taylor is so angry because at the end of the day, she's 39 years old and she's single. She ruined her marriage by being a side chick. So ever since then, she's been bitter at the world. She's been bitter at the world. So let's get into this. As a matter of fact, we're going to play a little bit of this. I'm not going to play too much of this, but I want y'all to get the gist of what this heifer's talking about.
I think that a big part of the reason why this is happening is because women got too close to power.
Okay, how so?
I mean, the audacity that a black woman would run for president. I mean, this was their last stand. They're like, hold on, listen, we let you in boardrooms, we let you get credit cards. Running for president is just, it's too much audacity for us. When you have like cute aggression, when you see something that's like so cute, you just start spazzing out. They had like audacity aggression. Like, how the fuck could she do this?
Yeah.
She's supposed to fucking stay in line. Yeah. There's too many bitches. Get them out of here. And that's what it's really about.
You see the anger and the bitterness. Oh my God. Listen. Yo, she is, and she can't, she's seething, and she can't hide it anymore. She's seething. You didn't want a so-called black woman as a president, even though she doesn't call herself black. No, she got thoroughly rejected by everybody, mostly, even people who vote Democrat, women included. They love to bring that up. Yo, she is seething. How dare you not support this so-called black woman?
So rolling back of women's rights and this push that women have somehow created this world where there's too much equality and we can make choices about when we have children, and marriage rates are dropping because nobody wants to fucking deal with a cheating alcoholic man when you can just get your own apartment.
Yeah.
Guys are lonely. Men in these fucking caves that would never touch a woman in their life anyway have convinced themselves that OnlyFans models are curving them because they sent them $5.
Yeah.
You know, it is this attack on femininity. It's not about masculinity.
Right. But let me ask you a question about the incels. Do you think the incels, do you care about the loneliness of the incel?
I think that male loneliness is a massive fucking problem.
Okay, so
I think non-pussy getting male lonelies are deteriorating society. Yes, I think it's a massive problem.
What do you think the fix is?
One, I think we should legalize prostitution.
Okay.
I have been standing on this for decades, and I think that prostitution.
I will say this though, I'm not against that idea, because more women are becoming prostitutes. Even Joy knows that. I mean, she's been prostituting herself at Fox Sports for years. That's how she got her job, and she knows this. That's why she's saying this, because she knows. She benefited from using her body to get to where she is, and that's where the bitterness comes from. Because what did she get from it? Except for, she got to stay on the network for years, but she's on her way out, right?
It should be legalized.
Okay.
They will never do this, but that I think would be a massive solve.
Massive solve. Okay.
One
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Ask follow-ups.
No. Follow up is what? Because that's a temporary loneliness fix, although it's effective. What would be a long-term fix to bringing people back together? What do you think?
Okay. So while it's a temporary fix, right? And many people will have some retorts to this, of course. It's not a simple solve. Mm-hmm. But I believe that straight male biology, and particularly men who have this sort of anger, is because they don't get physical intimacy, right? But they have convinced themselves the type of physical intimacy they would like is, their favorite porn star or favorite OnlyFans girl or this unattainable beauty on Instagram who is never, ever, ever, ever going to fuck you or meet you or talk to you ever.
That's not true. That's not true. Are there men out here thirsting for that? Yes, but a lot of men do approach women. Why do you think dating coaches have careers now? Why do you think Kevin Samuels exists? Kevin Samuels wouldn't have existed if men were just looking to thirst over Instagram models. Now all of a sudden this heifer's a dating coach? I bet you that's the lane she's going to go in. Listen, you see, this is why Kevin Samuels exists, is because a lot of you heifers have made yourself undateable. There are men who are out here looking for women, but a lot of y'all don't want those men. You don't. You want to date rappers. You want to date professional athletes. Hell, now you want to date streamers. You have no interest in dating regular men. Men still have interest in dating regular women. Regular women are the ones who are out here getting BBLs, out here trying to date rappers and professional athletes. You go to your typical woman's Instagram page, they try to make themselves out to be Instagram models, and they only got like 10,000 followers. But they want that. They want the attention for how they look, and they want to get one of these rappers and entertainers in their DMs. But see, Joy, this is what Joy can do. This is the best Joy can do. Joy, this is the best Joy can do. a network executive who may have ruined his marriage and his career by elevating this heifer, who, by the way, according to documents in the lawsuit, said that if she ever got fired, she would claim that he assaulted her. This is the type of dangerous heifer Van Lathan is talking to. Van Lathan is such a sucker for lying ass melanated heifers. He does a podcast with a swirler, and he's on here. He's listening to her and her nonsense, and he's just nodding his head. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of black males that she goes to. She will never go on a podcast with a black man that's going to challenge her. She's going to go on a podcast where they're going to be extra, extra friendly. Women have to understand something. You are the reason why Kevin Samuels exists. You are the reason why Kevin Samuels had a big platform, because there was a lot of men who listened to him. They would watch his live streams where he would go in on you heifers, okay? That's why guys like him existed. That's why they existed. And there hasn't been any other, but you do have other podcasts like a Fresh and Fit or some others, but none of them have the reach that Kevin Samuels has. You got some that are attempting to do it and they're not doing very well. And that's why women like her are upset, because the best she can do is a married network executive. Okay. This is the best she can do. She hasn't been in a relation. I'm not going to take relationship advice from a woman who hasn't been in a relationship in over 10 years, but she's on here telling men what they need to do. Why don't you get a man first? Okay. You're out here, you're crashing out, you're angry, you're animated, and you're going on this podcast tour to try to tell men how they should act and what they should do, what type of women that they should date. But, you proved, Joy Taylor, you proved that you could go from being a homely married female to being the side chick of a network executive with no rings on your finger. Let's listen to the rest of this. Mm-hmm. Or some of this.
So they don't look for the physical intimacy that is around them. They don't go outside of their home. They don't go down to the local library. They don't go to their local bar. They don't go join a social group in order to meet people, because they feel that this fucking beautiful 10, whatever, is going to walk through their fucking front door and suck
D. That's what she was going to say. I had to skip through that because, family content.
Hey, in the DMs, and they believe then that the women are not responding to them because of feminism.
Wait a minute. So are you telling me that when the pizza guy shows up to the door?
Yeah, I don't suck his dick, actually.
I mean, but that's not real. That doesn't happen.
No, I know
No, but we know who you do it to. We know that you're doing it to this guy. Y'all see what I'm saying? Stop listening to slurs give you advice about dating. You know what I'm saying? If I'm taking dating advice from a woman, it's a woman that's been married for a long time, who understands relationships, dating, marriage, and knowing how to keep that together. But, you dudes do what you want to do. All right. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me throw like the video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right.